Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. This is part 25, and I am back from my vacation. This feels like it's been like the third vacation within a year's time that lasted a week. Seriously, I've gone to the Grand Canyon, I've gone to Florida, I've gone to Michigan. It's just been a lot of vacations recently. Anyways, last time we tried to fix the iron farm, which as you can see from that giant thing on the bottom, I tried even harder to fix the iron farm, because what we did before didn't fix it. And I'm pretty sure what this didn't fix it either, because there was one iron golem that was like up there. If there's any more iron than 4 in here, then it's working. Yeah, it's not working. So I'm thinking the only way we're really going to be able to fix this thing is by basically just building a new one somewhere else. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Anyways, I'm thinking what I want to do today is I want to continue working on our area that we have over there. Because before I left, I did a little bit of wall planning, I guess. As you can see, I finished off the circle, filled it in with dirt and everything. And I'm thinking I want the walls to be like 7 is that how tall these are? 7 blocks? 8 blocks. Okay, never mind. So we've got 8 block tall walls just going all the way around. And I'm thinking I'm going to work on this, just building onto this for today. And also what I'm going to do while I'm doing that is I actually realized the problem that I was having. Every time I would try to explain what I did on vacation or say like, oh, I did this and this and this, it comes out terribly and in like 3 sentences. So this time I made a list. Everything that I felt like noting while I was on my vacation, I wrote down on like a little note thing, and now it's like 40 notes long. So yeah, I'm going to be going through that while I build stuff. So I'm going to give a quick description of how I'm thinking I'm going to do the wall before I start reading. I'm thinking I'm just going to put a smooth sandstone behind this, and on the other side of the wall I'll build kind of the same thing that I have here where I have sandstone pillars and then sand stairs, and then on the top part I'm not actually sure yet. I'm just going to get started on the actual wall. So the first thing, let's see, day 1. I slept great. We had, oh, this is already getting fun. We had a lightning storm on the night, or the day, or whatever you want to call it, that we were leaving. We left really early, so I guess could call it a night, but no, I'll call it a day. Yeah, we had a lightning storm that was so bad that it was actually sucking open doors. And surprisingly, we only lost power for like a few minutes, I think it was. Enough to like knock clocks off of time and stuff like that, but not really enough to do any damage or anything. While I was getting ready to leave, oh yeah, one shirt that I tried to wear ended up being too small. I had tried it on the night before, it fit fine, so apparently I grew over the night. And then another shirt that I tried to wear, like 2 minutes later, I realized apparently it had bled on itself because it had like red and white on it. So it was slightly pink. So yeah, that didn't go too great. So I ended up just giving up and wearing one of the other shirts I had packed instead of trying to bring a shirt for every single day of the trip. Then we got to the point where we actually started driving around. I'm actually going to make sure this looks good. Okay, good, it does. I just realized I probably should check before I, surround the entire thing with it. And I probably should also build a bottom border to make this easier. Anyways, we got to the point where we're actually driving, and at this point I just kind of noted weird things that I, like, said or realized or saw or stuff like that. For example, apparently now know 3 different definitions of tack. There's sticky tack, there's like a thumb tack, and then there's also like bread tack and stuff like that. While we were driving, we were listening to an audiobook that was basically about how to make, it's called Rich Dad's Guide to Investing, I think. And basically it was like a book about how to make money investing, what to do, what not to do, like the different qualities that you need for actually succeeding and stuff like that. And it was surprisingly interesting. Now, getting off the note of actually interesting things, we saw basically it was a vending machine, but it was for like entire meals. Like, I don't know if that's a good description for it. It is basically, imagine a vending machine, but you get like a plate of food out of it. And that's basically what it was. And let's see. We ate at Wendy's, which apparently had the world's most energetic cashier. Apparently she either really liked her job or she was just really trying. Oh yeah, while we were driving, we passed a truck that had crashed, and it literally had folded itself in half. Like, seriously, I don't know how in the world they managed to do that, but that truck was not going to drive again. I have a lot more notes on day one than I have on any of the other days. Oh, and I ran out of sandstone. Yeah, actually, no, I still have some sandstone, so I can keep building for like 2 more seconds. Anyways, after we had ate dinner, or not dinner, lunch, sorry. After we ate lunch at Wendy's, we had some trouble opening Gatorades. Turns out whenever Gatorade is frozen, it's really hard to open. After that, we passed by. This was one of the weirdest signs I mean, I know what it meant. It said that it was a children's zoo, but it worded it like the children were in the. I don't know. Maybe I just have a really weird mind. And now I'm out of sandstone. So now I can head over to the sand place and start digging it out. Anyways, a little before we arrived at the motel that we were going to be staying in while we were there, we saw something that looked like a dead chupacabra, and then after we like unpacked and stuff, we went to visit like family and stuff, a few aunts, like uncles, things like that. Actually, it might have been my dad's aunts and uncles. I don't know. I am really bad with like how people are connected to the family and stuff. Anyways, so we visited with the family for a little bit. It was really fun. I think we ate dinner there. Yeah, we ate dinner there. And oh, this part was funny. Uh, or one of the people that we were visiting was bragging about how there was literally like no crime in Michigan, Hudson, that area stuff. Literally not 10 minutes after we left, we ended up seeing a place getting robbed. I mean, it might not have been being robbed. It's just there was a single car out in front, and the door was kind of pried open, and the alarm was going off, which is a big indicator. But yeah, I guess you could assume that it wasn't actually being robbed. It was just very forward customers. Anyways, we went to bed, and thus ended the first day of our trip. And all the other days have a lot less notes, so don't worry, this isn't going to be like a 40-minute video. Anyways, we slept good, we had some breakfast, or at least I slept well. I'm not actually sure if Dad slept well. Didn't ask him. But anyways, we ate breakfast, and then my aunt was having some trouble with her computer, so we tried to fix the problems. Don't know if they got fixed, hope they did. She was having like a weird crash problem. It was like thread something not compatible or not like enable, or I don't know what it was. But we tried to fix that. Hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully she doesn't have any problems. Can't get her words. Can't get her. Apparently I can't say the word guarantee. Anyways, after that we had some more family come over. We had just a bunch of fun doing, I guess, just talking actually. We just kind of talked. But that was fun. We had dinner, which we had like chicken and pork and stuff. Let's see, we had mashed potatoes. I think, yeah, there was salad. There's just a bunch of stuff. And one thing that I really liked, which I apparently really had to note, because we had dessert, and I specifically wrote, "Chocolate Delight is delicious." So, yeah, apparently I really liked it. Well, I say apparently, I was the one who was there. Anyways, we watched, I believe was it football or was it baseball? I think it was baseball for the rest of the time that we were there. And we were watching Detroit versus someone. I don't remember who they were actually going up against. I just remember that Detroit failed horribly and had like 0 points to all of the points. So that didn't go too well for them. And then while we were driving home, we saw a sign that said that dreams are made of cheese. Has nothing to do with anything, but yeah, we just saw a sign. And that ends day 2. Just a heads up, there's 7 days. There's husks spawning in here. I probably, ow. Okay, now I'm on fire. That's not good. I probably should light up the place, but why would I do that? Oh, now I've got hunger. Why, Husk? Anyways, day 3. This is another day where we planned on visiting. We planned on different words. We planned on visiting different family than the people that we had visited before, and for that meant that we had to do a lot more driving. So we ended up driving for uh, some amount of hours. It was like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours or something like that. No, it was 1 hour to get to our first destination, which was actually my dad's old college, which is Michigan State University. And let me just say, that is probably one of the biggest schools I have ever seen. It's literally the size of the city that I live next to. Oh, yeah. I was a bit overwhelmed by just the sheer scale of the place, but it was still kind of neat to see where my dad went to college and stuff. Anyways, after we were done looking at stuff around Michigan State University, we ended up going and visiting my uncle, which took another hour of driving, but we ended up staying there for like 2 days, so it was a little bit better because we got a little break. But anyways, once, not once, but well, yeah, I guess once we got there, we visited him at his work before we did anything else, I guess. He works kind of at, like, I think an insurance thing? I don't exactly know what he does, I just know he's self-employed. Anyway, so we kind of just drove around, which turns out where my uncle lives, it's either you know exactly where everything is, or you're not gonna find anything. Like, we did find a park, but we didn't end up going into it for one specific reason. Apparently, it's a $9 day pass, not $9 for like an annual pass or $9 and you get free entry, or well, I guess it wouldn't be free entry, but nothing like that. It was $9 for a day. Now, that may not seem or sound ridiculous to you. I don't know where you live, but to me, that just sounds totally unreasonable. Where I live, parks are free. Anyways, once my uncle was off work, we went and hung out at his house, and I am out of sandstone again. We went and hung out at his house for a little while before going to visit even more family, which this time we actually had like really long conversations which I could relate to, so it's a little bit more fun than the first group of people that we visited. Anyways, we went back to Hank's house, and that's where we spent the night. Anyways, moving on to day 4. I slept good, if in case you couldn't notice or didn't notice the pattern. Every day I like wrote how I slept. Don't know why, I just did. Oh yeah, this is kind of weird. In some random conversation, not really sure how it came up, apparently my uncle has a $10,000 tree, or at least a tree worth $10,000. Why? I don't know. That seems kind of ridiculous. I mean, technically, what it is, he didn't buy it for $10,000. It was just a tree that was there. It grew. It looks nice. So, yeah, apparently has a really good tree. So, anyways, we kind of just sat around watching Shark Week for the rest of the, well, I guess not the rest of the day. At some point, we did end up going and seeing a movie. So, I guess we didn't watch Shark Week for the rest of the day. Just most of it. Then we went to like I don't really know what, I guess it would be kind of like a bar type thing, and we got dinner there, and it was good until the next day when, in the middle of the night, I woke up with horrible stomach issues. And I guess when I say the middle of the night, I mean like 20 minutes after I went to bed. Yeah, that wasn't fun, and I literally ended up not sleeping any that night. So I was very, very tired the next day. Anyways, the next day I slept better, mostly because I didn't have stomach issues. So literally any amount of sleep would have been better sleep than I had that night. Yeah, so I felt a lot better, and let's see. Oh, this was the day that we started actually driving back home. We kind of powered through onto our first stop that we're going to on our way home, which I guess we only had 2 stops, but this was basically, it was called the Ark Encounter, and it was basically like a recreation of Noah's Ark, and it was actually really cool to just go around and explore. I was thinking it would just be like a big boat, but it's kind of cool to see like the different mechanics that could have been used to like store rainwater and like have wave-powered purifiers and just cool stuff like that. Anyways, once we were done exploring that and looking around at stuff, we decided to continue driving. And while we were driving, we passed one of the weirdest cars I've ever seen. And I described it in my notes as the Party Mobile. It was like pink and was covered in like sparklers and windmills and stuff. It is just really weird. Anyways, then we ended up stopping by my other uncle, whose name is Justin, and we ended up spending the night at his house so that we didn't have to drive all the way back just in one night, because we didn't really want to do that. So yeah, we stayed there for the night. Am I already? This is gonna be like the 3rd time that I've gone to get sandstone. We ended up going and getting dinner at like just this. It was called the Seafood and Sausage. Apparently, it was a seafood and sausage place. Now, I don't know if those two things have any correlation, like if places normally do specifically those two things, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Their food was good, but it was weird. So, on our last day, where we were finally driving all the way back to our house, I slept good, even though my uncle's dog ended up waking me up in the middle of the night, which wasn't the greatest thing, but as the dog, what are you gonna do? Anyways, we started driving. We ended up stopping at a gas station that had a Dunkin' Donuts in it. So we figured, yeah, we'll get some donuts. We ate those while we were driving, so that was good. While we were driving, now this is another one of the little weird things. We saw like 5 different places, not places, but different things that were carrying ladders, and they all had a label that said truck number 5 ladders. I don't know why. It's just, yeah, it's just another one of those little weird things that just like, but why? Why are there, what is the importance of truck number 5 specifically? Anyways, we didn't really do anything for the rest of the day, we just drove. We passed by a pyramid-sized Bass Pro Shop, which was kind of weird, but it was cool. So, yeah, we didn't go in, but we passed by it. I know, how exciting. So, yeah, that was kind of just what I did on my vacation. Just all the different notes that I took and stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoyed. Next time, I think I'm going to have already finished this wall off camera because, I mean, I want to actually start building like the barn and farm related things so I can actually start getting resources so I don't have to steal beds from my house. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.